Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Sun's not quite up yet, but I'm getting ready to pick the grapes down in the vineyard. The first thing to do is rinse out this tote and get it in the back of the truck. The tote's not ours, it came from the vineyard that we're selling the grapes to. This thing's pretty heavy, I might need a hand, but I think I can just tip it up into there. I gotta run some wheelbarrows and buckets and miscellaneous stuff down there. It's not rocket science picking grapes, it should be fairly easy. The biggest problem is going back and forth and dumping them into here. I know that's gonna happen dozens and dozens of times, so it's gonna get a little bit tiring. Cindy's going to be helping me. I really don't know how long it takes, so all I think I really need is a couple pruning shears, maybe 6 buckets, and 2 wheelbarrows. So I'm going to stage things, get stuff ready to go, and as soon as the sun gets up a little more, start picking. We really want to get this done before the bees get too crazy. Well, not really bees, they're hornets. The hornets are really bad this time of year. They're after sugar and the grapes are loaded down with sugar, so let's get moving. Okay, here we go. I have my wheelbarrow up there. We're gonna come down the rows and then dump them and then head back up and do it again. I'll show the grapes. There's not that many grapes in this part. You can see some are completely denuded, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of trimming as I pick. There's some really nice clusters as well. Yeah, see where the birds have easy access. They just shredded them, and I don't know if you could see that, but the hornets are already active. So I'm going to be dealing with hornets all day as well, which is going to be pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to, I guess I'm going to have to like shake the vine and spook the hornets off, but then they want to sting you. And I asked the vineyard, or not vineyard, winery, but he does have vineyards, the place we're selling these grapes to. I asked him about the hornets and he said that they're not that big of a deal. Just bring an EpiPen when you pick if you're allergic, because you will get stung. So hopefully he's wrong on that. I really don't feel like getting stung today. So you can see when you get down here, lots of clusters on some of these. Look at how beautiful those grapes are. Yeah, you can see some are completely denuded, while most of them, or I shouldn't say most of them, but a real good amount of them are just fine. And they could be right next to each other. Just easy access for the birds. Next year I definitely will be netting these, because then the more bird damage, the more bugs, the greater my chance of getting stung and the longer it's going to take to harvest. So I think I'll save time in the long run by just netting these damn things. Okay, let's grab my pruners and get to work. Okay, done with row 1. It was 9.5 buckets. Cindy got, I think, 2 or 3 buckets off of one vine in row B. This is by far the worst row. It has 2 or 3 dead vines down towards the end. The very end vine just doesn't really produce, and this vine is only a year old. So, and being an outside row, it gets hit more by the birds. So 9.5 buckets. I've heard anywhere from 25 to 40 pounds a bucket. I've actually heard more than that too, but we'll see. I'm going to save out 3 full buckets and measure them a little bit later and get an average so I know how much a bucket holds. But that 9.5 buckets for row A. I believe Cindy's going to get a lot more than that. If you look at, yeah, this row is just loaded with grapes. So now I'm going to start row C, which the first vine is really loaded. So I think we're gonna go past that the capacity of that tote and have to go to a barrel. So better get moving. Okay, I'm on my way to drop off my first load of grapes. The guy who owns the vineyard figured that the tote back there would be enough to fit our harvest, but he was wrong. That thing is overflowed and we still have a quarter of the grapes to go. So Cindy is supposed to be picking. She's going to have lunch and do some picking while I'm gone. And then I'm going to get back and load it up again and then deliver another load. This is the area where I live. It's called the Driftless region of Wisconsin. It's one of the most unusual landforms in the country. No time to tell you about it right now. You'd have to look it up. But this land here missed the last 3 glaciations. That's why they call it the Driftless region. It was completely missed by the last 3 glaciers, so it's very old terrain. Right now we're way the hell up on a ridge. I don't know if we'll be able to show you a valley going down to the bottom. There isn't many of them around here, but it's all ridges and valleys around here. You can kind of see down a bit that way. Okay, I don't know how much I'll be able to show at the vineyard, but I'm going to go get this dumped off and then go pick some more grapes. Okay, I'm back at the vineyard, and Cindy has 5 buckets filled, which I'm dumping in here, and back to picking. One more down here. What a hectic day. I don't even know if she knows I'm here. She's got her headphones on and she's singing. This is the row I left off in. Looks like she finished that next row and she's on the last row. Okay. Back to picking. Okay, we got about another half of a tote, which should be right around 400 pounds. I gotta go pick up Natalie at school and head out to the winery. It's already getting late, so I better get going. 10 to 6. Cindy's on her way back up. We just finished up. All right, let's do this. Okay, all done. It is the next day. Natalie and I got to the winery at sunset, so started picking at sunrise and delivered the last load at sunset. Altogether, it took 16 or 17 hours, but it's done. So now I got to get in here and clean up. I want to leave whatever leaves are on the plants so that they can get energy for the winter. But I got to get in and mow this and trim under the vines. Unfortunately, our cat and a dog, unfortunately, our mower is having issues. I think it's the fuel filter, but that remains to be seen. And my trimmer is in the shop, so I think Cindy's gonna go get that stuff tomorrow, get a fuel filter and my repaired trimmer. So Natalie will have to cut this and I'll have to do some trimming as soon as we can. We have rain. It rained a little bit on the way to the vineyard or to the winery last night, and then it started raining on our way home, and it's rained up until just minutes ago. Severe thunderstorms, and it's just been coming down. There's flood watches all around us and stuff, and it's supposed to rain the rest of today, start up again, and rain on and off for 3 more days. So I won't be doing anything in here anytime soon. This needs to dry out. Same thing with the addition there. I'm going to try to do whatever I can in between rains and anything I can do out in the shed. And what I'll do for a few videos is I haven't done any walkabouts or anything like that. And I got to clean the shed and do some stuff in there. Maybe I'll get that Ferguson finished up, which is a good idea. So that's it for Harvest 2019. The total harvest here was 1,107 pounds of grapes. And that is 5 rows. That one is, I think, 110 feet long. And this is, I think, 125 feet long, roughly. Because of the lay of the land, each one gets a little bit longer, so the row sizes vary. I forget how many vines are here total, but the owner of the winery was really, really, really impressed with the grapes. He said that they're dramatically better than the ones he grew. And I mean, he was really happy. We sat down and chatted for a while and stuff, and he wants to buy them again next year. But I'm going to have to get a better price for them next year, now that I know what I'm doing. He said that the Marquette grapes, once the vines get older, they have a problem with, I believe it's called rachis. It's a rot on the stems here. So when they start to ripen, the stem rots and then the cluster starts rotting. So it never quite gets ripe. Hopefully I won't get that in this vineyard. I think I have a pretty good spray pattern, and doing the early early and late dormant oil treatments, I believe, helps a lot. that gets the, what it does is smothers the pests that try to overwinter in the bark. So hopefully I'm good there. At any rate, I have some videos coming up about my camera. My camera's been out of commission for 2 weeks. Everything that's been posted for the last 2 weeks was banked videos. Yesterday and today are the first 2 days with this new camera, new used camera, but I'll do a video on that as well. I have a lot of stuff to update, so make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon so you're notified when I post these new videos. Liking the video and sharing it helps the channel greatly, so I'd appreciate it if you do that. And if you have any comments or questions, make sure you put them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.